The Dr. Ray Podcast is a co-production of Ave Maria Radio and EWTN Radio. Here's today's monologue with Dr. Ray Guarendi.
A parent will be sitting in my office, particularly with a teenager, a surly, edgy teenager. The parent will be describing a scenario, a situation, something that happened recently. The child will interrupt. "Oh, yeah, right, Mom. Tell it your way, Mom." Mom will pause for a moment, give the child a quick look, and then move ahead with more details. At some point, probably maybe 6 or 7 seconds later, the child will again, "Okay, Ma. Okay, Mom, you just say what you want to say. It doesn't really matter." Now, this goes on. I'm sitting there, chomping hard on my tongue. This is not my child. At the end of the descriptive scenario, I will have one question. Because, see, that's what shrinks do. We don't ask questions necessarily about details. We ask questions about process. So I will ask the parent, "Are you aware of how your daughter is talking to you?" Usually the look is one of befuddlement. Like, when? Where? What way of talking to me? And then it hits them. See, I mix up my nominative and subjective pronouns. Parent is singular, them is plural pronoun. It hits her, it hits him, that in fact, the child is being extremely disrespectful, but the parent's not really attuned to it. I have a name for it. I call it the Battered Parent Syndrome. The parent has been talked to in that way for so long and so frequently that they don't hear it anymore. This is just a manner of speaking. That's all. Child is expressing herself. This corrodes relationships. It truly does. Even if you're not 100% aware of it. I remember as a father, when any of my children got edgy in their tone, it was like something shot up my spine. They talked to their mother that way, and most of them didn't because the consequences were very heavy. Disrespect was something we just didn't allow. Disrespect says, in so many ways, this relationship is allowed to be disdainful. I can talk to you and treat you with dismissiveness. What? You know, in the Old Testament, there's a verse that talks about what do you do with kids who remonstrate with their parents in public. You stone them. Now, obviously, that's something that has to be understood in the context, and I would expect that it was not taken literally for most of the time and the vast majority of parents. However, they're making a hyperbolic point. You don't do this. It's easy to do, and I would say probably that the majority of parents who are talked to this way have become accustomed to it. I've grown accustomed to her voice. Yeah. It's easy to become habituated to tone, to looks, to, "Yeah, right, Dad." That's really disrespectful. What are you going to do about it? See, that's the question I have for you parents. What are you going to do about it? Now, most parents will tell me when I ask them that question, they'll say, "Oh, she knows. She knows. We don't tolerate that kind of talk." What do you do about it? Well, we make it very clear that is not going to be permitted. What do you do about it? She knows. She knows. We've warned her. We've told her. What do you do about it? After about the fifth, what do you do about it? They realize what I'm asking. And they realize that for the most part, they'll do something about it if and when it registers high enough on their disrespect Richter scale for them to have heard enough. But for the most part, that kind of disrespect really, really can make a relationship edgy, ugly, unpleasant. Dr. Ray, children need to express themselves. Of course they do. But since when is expressing yourself nastiness? It's not expressing yourself, that's nastiness. I guarantee you, you folks call this program. You ask a question. And you hear me say, yeah, right. Now, I have said that, but teasingly. But if it was clear that my tone was dismissive or disdainful or disrespectful, you'd never call again. And as a matter of fact, I would suspect that a bulk of people who pondered calling again would never call. What's this dude? I tease, but I will not be disrespectful. I don't remember really being all that disrespectful as a kid. My mom and dad were Italian. You didn't do it. And if I did it, I better mumble it under my breath outside, maybe 3 acres away. And my mom would still hear it. I heard that, Raymond. Get in here. Don't tell Dad, don't tell Dad, don't tell Dad. Battered Parent Syndrome. It's easy to get pulled into it. Don't pay attention. I'm Dr. Ray.
More of Dr. Ray's monologues can be found on his website, drray.com. Monologues as well as full-length programs of The Doctor Is In can be heard at AveMariaRadio.net and EWTN.com/radio.